Hi, welcome to SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. This is our weekly call that we do with Doc, the head linesman at Legends Sportsbook, every Monday. Doc's been on vacation for about a month, but now we're back, and we're going to start doing these calls every Monday once again, every week. It's August 27th right now, so we just got done with Week 3 of the NFL preseason, and Week 1 of college football is coming up this weekend. Doc, thanks so much again for being here.
No problem, Peter. It was a pleasure.
So how was your vacation? What does a sportsbook head linesman do when he goes on vacation? Do you completely tune out from sports? You not even look at the ESPN pages?
Didn't pay any attention to anything for 2 weeks. I was traveling through Northern California visiting family. It was very enjoyable. Just doing ranchy type stuff, I guess you could call it. It was very, very nice. And then I went to Vegas, of course, for a week, and that was also very enjoyable. And then I just stayed home for a week and read a few books. It was very nice. I know I didn't pay any attention to any sport.
You're immersed in the minutiae of every single game all year long, and then for 2 or 3 weeks you have nothing to do with it.
Zero. Yep.
All right. Well, let's get into how things have been going recently. Week 3 of the preseason. How has the preseason gone for you guys in general?
Not too bad. It's actually been pretty good action. People are enjoying, the Indianapolis with Luck and Griffin with Washington, and people are excited about some of the bad teams that aren't so bad anymore and stuff. So it's like the Rams, St. Louis covered against Dallas the other night, and just some stuff like that. Oakland beat Detroit, which was good, and just little things like that. And hopefully the regular season follows suit. Preseason's been pretty good so far. I
mean, I get the sense that there's a lot of very sharp action on the preseason that's very successful. I mean, I was talking to some guys in Vegas, and they have this group, and there's one guy who they have one guy only. He spends 60 hours a week. All he does is read Twitter, and that group, they've said they're hitting 75% in the preseason. Do you have any guys like that?
I mean, if I do, they're doing other stuff too. I don't have any particular person just mopping me up or anything. The guy that bets the totals has done real well, but he only gets down so much in preseason. I'm not going to get hurt on preseason. I'm giving guys dimes. Even credit guys, big credit guys are getting dimes. So preseason. Yeah, I get groups that are doing okay, or guys, whatever you want to call it. But like I said, it's nothing noticeable.
All right, and do you get a lot of public action, let's say, or recreational action on the preseason?
I said the other night that game was just, especially that game. But yeah, anytime they get anything that fancies, people think the Jets suck, so they're betting against the Jets, which they did, and they were correct. And just stuff like that. They pick up on stuff real quick and make a pattern out of it. Like the betting on the Colts against the Jets. On Washington, of course, when Washington played the Colts, they had to pick a side. But they've been. I said the action's been pretty good. The public will see one thing and go with it, and they've actually done okay with it. Though the Jets do suck.
All right, and then how's baseball been going? Are there any teams or starting pitchers who you've been doing notably well with or notably poorly with over the past few weeks?
It's the same thing. I mean, these teams like Houston and now a lot of these teams are Cleveland. I mean, a lot of this, you need the same teams every day. If they can win one every 3 or 4 days, you're going to get out of trouble. It's just, baseball right now is attrition. You try to juice out your sharp guys or whatever, and if the public's going to beat you, maybe it's their time of year to give a little money for football.
All right, and then you got college football, Week 1. How's the action been so far? Is it about what you would expect, a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller?
Other than Raz bouncing around last week, honestly, it's been pretty dead.
Pretty dead?
I expect the first week. Yeah, as it gets closer to game day and the totals head up, I'm putting up the totals tomorrow. It'll start firing up a little more. But it's been, like I said, people are just kind of waiting and seeing. Nothing. No other groups have really played. I mean, Raz played. A couple of guys have done a couple little mini moves that have kind of stayed there, like USC jumped up a little, and the Iowa game jumped before Raz bet it, and just stuff like that. But it's been pretty slow though, which the first week of college usually is.
It really okay. So I would expect that recreational college bettors might jump all over Week 1, but no.
Oh, they will. Not now.
Right.
Day of the game.
Right.
They just don't care. I mean, right now they don't care.
And then is there anything you can tell us about any action you've gotten on NFL futures or win totals? Anything notable?
Yeah, I got a lot of Colts over. I got a lot of Jet under. These aren't season wins. You know, people were betting Denver under, and he had his good game last night, and they started betting Denver over now in season wins. I mean, it literally takes one game to change people's minds.
And
it's pretty entertaining.
Yeah. Are those like sharp guys? That's obviously not sharp guys, right?
You know, the people that just kind of jump on stuff when they think they have an edge. I wouldn't call them like mover type guys, but you know, they pay attention and think they got an edge when they make a bet.
All right.
I mean, you know, at the end of the year, you're probably going to beat them.
So just talk to me a little bit about football betting in general. You know, as we've talked about in these calls, sometimes you really can get beat, and there's sometimes when there's football seasons where they just kind of goes disastrously. What are you hoping for this year?
Man, last few years have been small winners. I mean, like I said, teasers and college football last year, the first 7 weeks, because like I said, I have a lot of customers from the Oklahoma and Texas, area, and you know, these big chalks were winning nonstop for 5-6 weeks. You know, you just kind of weather the storm and hope for the best. But last couple of years haven't been great, but it's been profitable. You know, it's not like you're gonna not do it because it is profitable.
Right.
You know, until we change some of our credit teaser rules, we're gonna have a rough NFL again this year. That's the bottom line. You know, there's some old school guys you got to cater to, but you know, at some point, 1999 gas, the $1.19 a gallon. You know, at some point you got to start charging them $4 a gallon like everybody else. You can't let them fill up their tank every year for $1.19. But you know, until that gets changed, it's going to be a rough NFL for some of our agents. But I'm looking forward to a good season. I mean, you know, the post-up side's intact, and you know, people, certain things they can do and can't do, and that's the way you got to do it if you want to make money.
That's it. So basically, it sounds to me like you're saying that you're expecting the season to be a small winner on the sides and totals, and that it very likely will be, but that what you're really just worried about is just not getting killed on teasers.
Exactly, not getting killed on NFL teasers on my credit. That's the only thing it's the only thing I worry about every NFL season. I can't lose money on anything else; it's almost impossible. But that I can lose money on because you can't write against the teaser.
Yeah.
you sit there and you just look at it, going, that looks pretty good.
All right. Well, thanks so much once again for this call, Doc, and we will talk to you again next week.